obviously you've been asked about that goal a bunch of times, so we're going to skip it. I'm going to ask you a couple of instances this season. You've played balls off of defenders to create space. Is that intentional or is that just purely accidental?
Let's just leave it at intentional. That's intentional.
But you've gotten some accolades across the league. I think people are noticing that you're playing. What is it about your game right now that feels the greatest?
The consistency, you know, that every game I feel like I'm contributing to the team and being a leader on the field.
It seems like you really like that middle of the pitch, really attacking the defensive line. Like when you get that ball in that space, like what is going through your head as far as? When
I just smell blood. When I get in that position, I smell blood, and I know that we're in a numerical advantage. And then I got my winger, my forward, and I can make a pass, or I can just keep driving until they let me shoot.
They certainly are letting you shoot.
Yeah.
Is this the best soccer that you've been playing in your professional career? How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, for sure. It's the most consistent I've ever been, and there's a few times that I've played 3 90-minute games in a week, so I would say I'm in the best shape right now that I've been in my professional career.
And any pointers for us chubby folks to
just keep drinking beer.
All right, sounds good. I can do that.
Hey, now you guys can enjoy it, you know? I'm going to enjoy it after I finish.
Yeah. Actually, just to give you an insight, I might be a teammate at the end of the season with a one-day contract. Me dijo President Ricardo and Andrew Vassell. That's if I get down a certain weight, one-day contract is waiting for me. So
I fucking love that.
At the end of the year. So
what's the goal? What's the goal?
50 pounds at the end of the season. At the end of your season.
I'll take it easy on you when you're in goal.
I don't take it easy, bro. I might take Austin's position, so it's okay. Amigo en español.
Okay.
Alejandro, felicidades. Acabas de ganar el jugador. Estás en el jugador de las semanas. Has estado jugando espectacularmente. Dime cómo te has sentido en esos partidos, 4 partidos que han pasado. Físicamente, has jugado los 90 minutos de todos. ¿Cómo te sientes, Alejandro?
Gracias. Me siento muy bien. Me siento muy fuerte, muy claro mentalmente y físicamente, que es lo más importante. Y siento que tengo piernas para poder jugar los últimos minutos, que es cuando el juego está abierto y se puede hacer la diferencia.
Anotas un gol espectacular en Phoenix, que pues no sé por qué, a quién me hiciste enojar en la liga, pero tiene que ser el gol de la semana.
Sí.
Pero en ese minuto 75, 76, esos minutos que a veces sales de cambio, ahora estás ahí. Eso es lo que te está gustando más esta temporada, que estás ahí, que estás jugando en esos minutos. ¿A qué se debe ese rendimiento que tienes ahorita?
Claro, pues es un poco del trabajo que hemos hecho personalmente, pero también con el club. Es uno de los objetivos que trazamos cuando terminó la temporada pasada, y era de que muchos de los partidos que perdíamos eran en los últimos minutos y pensaban que si yo estaba en la cancha podía aportar, y es más o menos la idea que fue, y trabajé muy duro en el tiempo de descanso que nos dieron en nuestras vacaciones, y regresé en un estado de forma muy bueno para poder empezar la pretemporada y la temporada.
¿Qué es lo que te gustaría más? ¿Campeonato o ser MVP?
No, campeonato, 100%. El MVP.
O sin nada, perfecto. Sí. Y un mensaje a esos aficionados que pues lo están siguiendo, hasta Tulsa fueron, hasta Phoenix han estado. ¿Qué es el mensaje para esos?
Increíble, que nos sigan apoyando, que ellos hacen la diferencia, en serio. Nosotros sabíamos que estaban ahí en Phoenix y queríamos celebrar para ellos.
Con Rumi robando cámara.
Sí, obvio, ve, está bien flaco el cabrón.
All right, so Kyle netting your first goal here at San Diego Loyal. Tell me about what went through your mind as that ball went in, that celebration with your head down, hands up, looked a little bit like a vindication. What did that feel like for you?
Yeah, a bit of a relief, you know, to finally get my first goal. Been a bit frustrated, like obviously taking a couple of games to score. But I said that's part of it. That's part of being a striker, and it's just staying cool and not getting, you know, not overthinking things. So when the ball did come, just stroked it home, and I was just happy that Among did great work for the goal. You know, I tried to get him a couple of goals, and then he's tried to get me. So I was delighted with the goal. Yeah.
You noticed, although you haven't scored in the first couple games, you were like really important in kind of moving defenses around. Is there also like a pride in being able to get a goal for like Charlie, for example, like clearing that space out so he has all that room to shoot?
Of course. Yeah, you know, it's not a selfish game. You know, it's about the team, and obviously I guess I'm a pawn in on the chessboard, and I have to play a certain way so other people can get the space and stuff. So that's the game. So of course it is. You know, especially if we win games, then I'm more than happy.
As far as like the level of play, like what are some surprises from coming here to USL versus? I know you get that question a lot, so I'm going to ask it a different way. Let's compare the levels. Like, what were some surprises of coming over here to the US and playing?
Surprises. Well, obviously I expected, you know, like to play on a baseball field. That wasn't easy. Surprises. You know, there's not really many because, you know, luckily I'm really close to Charlie, and he sort of let me know kind of the differences and how it would be. The toughest thing was in Phoenix was kind of catching my second wind because it was quite hot and I felt like there wasn't much air. I struggled. We trained. Luckily, we had a couple of days training, so that was a surprise. But other than that, it's been all right. You know, I don't want to say too much about referees and stuff, but that's been tough. But yeah, no, look, it's you know, it is what it is, and it's just about getting used to it as quick as possible.
So a little bit unrelated to soccer here, it is WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
So this week I know that you had a picture of a Smoking Skulls title.
I did.
And so the moment I saw that, and then you let us know that it was actually photoshopped.
Yeah.
That broke my heart a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
So we were working on behind the scenes here at Two Balls and a Mic, and so we wanted to make sure that once you scored your first goal, we made sure to reward it. So as such, I want to go ahead and present you. That's incredible. Smoking Skulls.
That's incredible. Oh wow! And I'm gonna hold it up. I'm gonna hold it up to the fans. I'm gonna. These guys. Can I just put it on my shoulder like that?
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
You do what you do.
That's going on the mantelpiece. That is incredible.
100%.
Thank you so much.
No, definitely.
Thank you so much.
So you can rock that.
That's incredible.
You can lose the title to Charlie. You can win it.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's incredible. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thank
Enjoy
you,
that. And good seeing you out there,
Thank
bro.
you. Cheers.
Get more.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, those English guys, they love the wrestling stuff. It's weirdly like a different piece of culture for like English than it is.
It's wild.
So open your account on a pretty brilliant goal. Nice piece. Take us through that moment of kind of the build up into the shot.
Well, I mean, first of all, I got subbed on and no warm up and was a little worried about it, getting tossed into a big game like that, big fixture. But yeah, just a big switch, and I was lucky to catch the defender a little bit on his heels and weave a little bit and just tuck it right away. And it's just trusting your instincts. That's all that goal comes down to, you know.
So what kind of preparation goes in to be ready for those moments, right? You've been playing sometimes on the wing this season, sometimes you've been subbed in the first half early on. So what type of preparation do you do for that? Is it intentional to make sure that you're always prepared, next man up, and ready to go?
Yeah, well, credit to the coaches. Every day in practice, you know, they switch me between left wing and striker just so I'm ready for that. And unfortunately, Metcalf went down and had a feeling that it might be me, and switched Moon to the right and me on the left. And so just preparation every day, you know, practicing, knowing where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be. It's all so specific, and it's taken me a little bit to kind of adjust to this new system, but it's starting to make a little more sense to me now.
And as far as coming from League One, there seems to be a train of talent these days, and you're one of the front runners of kind of that movement, right? You had Damas last year, and now guys like you and your teammate Greg have come up. Is there any type of like pressure you're feeling about continuing that success, or you just like, I'm just going to do me and I know that I'm going to be successful?
Yeah. I wouldn't say pressure. But it's a bit of a point of pride. You know, I like that about how my career went. I didn't go to a big college and ended up in League One and made my way out of it. And so it's a little bond. I'm like rooting for, you know, Greg's on Phoenix, but he's my buddy, and so rooting for him to do well. And Damas is a good player, and I'm glad to see he got a good move. So it's fun. It's fun to keep up with all those guys, and I think that there's a lot of talent in League One that's ready to come up, you know.
Outside of the soccer pitch, what are you enjoying from San Diego?
I mean, the weather. If you guys know anything about my history, I've lived in Wisconsin, and then Nebraska. So I'm out here like, what have I been doing in the Midwest my whole life?
Absolutely, it's the best place to be for that weather.
Yep.
Perfect. A message for the San Diego local supporters that were there in Phoenix, that are going to be there. They're there in Torero. It's 109. A message to them and how you've enjoyed listening to them. I'm pretty sure you can hear them.
Yeah. I mean, and they came to Tulsa. There were a couple people there, and that was awesome to see. So I mean, keep coming out and supporting, and we'll keep putting on performances like that for you guys.
Perfect. Mostly like tactical stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So Metcalf goes down early. How big is it to have a guy like Nick Moon to be able to put back there to, like, because obviously, you know, we've talked about how important Metcalf is getting forward. How big was it to be able to put a guy like that and have him trust, but also have the offensive firepower to keep the team going?
I mean, clearly you can see it's very important. You know, we plan things. It's not like we don't know that Nick can play there. He played there in 2019 in a really unique role. He interprets the position differently than Jack, just different skill set. So he can go 1v1 at players, very explosive. And so, like, yeah, just today we're working with him on the defensive discipline, the defensive, like, mentality of, like, when you're there to defend, we have to defend. But I think that's a rare person to be able to play left wing against a very talented team with good players, and then just switch to play right back and play against, you know, Sun Timor or Marcus Epps. So special person, not just a player, special guy. And obviously helped us win the game, you know. So it's very important to have flexible players on your team. You see how Evan can play through the middle, out left. So yeah, I'm just thrilled for Nick.
This 4-start game feels pretty good, I'm sure. Take us through kind of the difficult decisions of that Tulsa-Phoenix lineup. Like how did you approach each game? Like, was it with eye on Phoenix, or was it we're going to put out the best squad we can against Tulsa, and then whatever happens in Phoenix happens?
Yeah, I mean, that was a good squad that we named at Tulsa. So it's not really, we didn't really prioritize any game, and in fact we thought the Tulsa game was more important. However, we actually liked our chances in Phoenix more because of the pitch. So it's very difficult for our team to play in a baseball field with long grass, breaking down a low block. It's not easy. We still think we deserve more out of the game. We missed some big chances. We didn't create as much, but it was hard to, and we really gave them 2 chances. So it was frustrating. Yes, we planned out the week as a whole, but even then there's things that happen in the game that you're not ready for, like Charlie going down and things like that. So you prepare for the whole thing, but we always know it never goes exactly how you planned it. But yeah, there was a plan for the week to try to get 6 points for sure. And you know, we didn't play great in the first game. There's other circumstances, and we played, I think, in my opinion, 2 very strong teams both games.
And then with El Paso coming in, he's probably going to be hungry after starting 0-3, although on paper, like statistically, they look like they should have gotten something out of each of those.
Yeah.
What are you looking for from El Paso? New coach, kind of different, maybe a slightly different system?
Yeah, very different. First of all, they're a very good team. I think they should, well, you can redo matches on paper all you want, but 6 points maybe is fair for them. Very good players, very good wingers. Yeah, it is a different system. They do a lot of different things in possession, so it'll be fun to prepare for them. Again, it's just nice to play teams we've never played before. But yeah, I think it's an interesting one because they've played well and lost, so there's a lot on this game. They're coming away to us. It's hard to know what they're going to be like. We focus on ourselves first and our approach, but yeah, definitely, you know, in the next couple days in training, there's some things that we just need to make sure we understand in different ways that they build out that we know we can exploit, and there's nuance to it, and that's the fun part of the job for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's great.
All right, boys, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations on the big win.
Thank you. I appreciate it.